Welcome to Tesla's latest full self-driving software update. This is version 10.9 with some new updates here. We're getting close to the single stack version 11, which is supposed to kind of change everything. But for now, we're just getting some improvements. And here is the list of improvements I'm showing you now. Some of these are a little confusing to me. The biggest one that I am most excited for is left turns. We're going to start moving into the intersection before making a left turn. So if you have a green light, but you have to yield to oncoming traffic, or you have a blinking yellow, which I see sometimes, or a blinking red, we should hopefully be moving into those intersections. So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. We are heading into Milford, Michigan. Milford, that's a red Model Y. Like at this time in this area, it just seems pretty rare. So we got the high beams flashed at us. The car told us to go. There was somebody to our left, and the Tesla did move. Of course, it doesn't respond to something like that yet, but it did a really good job stopping there, waiting, and then turning when it was its time at that stop sign. So very good. Most of this part of the drive is super boring, and not much is probably going to happen. So let's get into Milford and see how it does. All right, so we are making our way into Milford, switching it up a little bit, trying a new location. If you enjoy this video, please hit like and get subscribed. Like I thought, the way here was very boring. Nothing really happened. We had one left turn, and the car kind of had trouble getting into the left turn lane, but then it did, and the left turn was very nice, but it was a green light, and we would have had to yield for cross traffic, but there was no cross traffic. So the left turn was nice, but really nothing too special there. And it didn't hesitate though, which was really good. So getting into Milford here, I'm not that familiar with the area. Looks like some nice houses and stuff around here, and I'm gonna try to get into some interact with at least some other cars. I got some people behind me and in front of me, and I think in the more we move in here, we should get some more complex scenarios. So. All right, so we have a bend in the road here. Pretty typical for beta to turn its turn signal on. Doesn't technically need to. Also doesn't hurt anybody, so not that big of a deal, but people behind me probably think I'm weird. But yeah, it takes that bend perfectly fine, no braking or anything, so that was good. All right, so we have a right turn here. Really nicely moves into the right turn lane. I would have my signal on by now. There we go. Not bad. And we have a right turn, or a red light, I mean. It looks like we can turn right on red. We'll see what the car chooses to do. So it stops here, checking for visibility. There is nobody, and the car moves through really confidently, really nicely. So, I mean, that was great. No hesitancy that it didn't need. Kind of the perfect amount of time to check, and then once it started to move through the turn, it just did it. It wasn't doing all this weird awkwardness, so that was great. All right, coming up to a right turn here, we're going a little quick, so I'm gonna put on the turn signal here, just so the person behind me knows that I'm gonna be turning. They were getting a little close because we waited until the 45 mile per hour sign to actually speed up, which most people don't do. But there, beautiful right turn, really nice. It's pretty dark out here. Let me turn on the auto brights. I'll kind of switch back and forth between those. But yeah, so looks like we're on a dirt road here, which we know the car can handle pretty well, and pretty nice so far. So we're going to this elementary school. I just picked a random spot, and it's kind of a weird way to get there, but let's see how it does. So it looks like we might be going through a neighborhood here. So another really nice right turn. So this is all very smooth and natural so far. So slows down the perfect amount, and then speeds back up. Speed limit 15, and the car does not detect that. So I'm gonna report it. It has the speed limit at 25. We'll go down to 20 and kind of keep it in the middle there and see how the car does. So there are actually some white painted lines here. Looks kind of strange. So it's 2 lanes on this side and 1 lane on the other side. That's being displayed correctly. Here on the display, the car decided to move to the left, probably because of where we're going. Oh, and now it's moving back to the right for whatever reason. So we'll see how it handles this. Kind of like a little school drop-off thing. And yeah, pretty normal. So it's going to stop, right in front of the doors there. Right there, that's pretty cool. I'm going to move so people don't think I'm being a weirdo here. Let me put in another destination. All right, so 4 minutes away, we're going to Village Rental Canoe. I thought this would be cool because we're going to go over a bridge, so who knows, what that bridge looks like. But we're starting out in this school parking lot. I just didn't, I moved ahead a few feet. And then turned it back on. So we'll see how it handles getting out of here. So stopping at the stop sign, checking for visibility. Of course, we know there's nobody here because it's a elementary school parking lot, at 8 p.m., but the car is being safe, looking around, and does a good job there. Now, it started out on the wrong side of the road, which I actually didn't even notice myself because the lines are so fainted, but it corrected itself really quickly. Still reported that, just in case, but yeah, so here we go. So up to this stop sign, we're checking visibility. There's nobody to the left. And again, that was a perfect amount of kind of creeping and checking, and then, oh, it's clear, let's go. So very nice job by the car so far on pretty much all of these turns we've done. Okay, so I don't know what the car is doing. You could see it gave pause, it made that other driver kind of pause. But we're stopping at this stop sign. We want to turn left here. I'm not sure if it got confused by that other road, but really good job waiting for that car and then proceeding. So that was a really natural, nice left turn. But yeah, the car just kind of moved over weirdly into their lane. That was kind of a weird bent road, but I have no idea why it did that. All right, another right turn. There is a right turn lane. We're moving into that as it widens. And how will we take this right turn? Pretty fast, but like a good fast, and slows down. Yeah, I mean, all of these right turns so far have been very good. That left turn was very good, besides kind of moving over to the left too much. And we're slowing down a lot here. I'm not sure why. That's strange. Autopilot creeping forward, checking for visibility. Oh, it thinks we need to stop there or something? That's very strange. So reported that one. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's a weird 10.9 thing, where it's thinking that we need to slow down for that intersection. There was a road there, so maybe it thought somebody could be coming or something. I'm not sure. So here's our little bridge I was thinking about. No problem there, unmarked and everything. Car handles that fine. Another right turn. We got to get some of these left turns in. So after this destination, I will probably just drive us, go a little faster somewhere with some left turns. So checking visibility, everything is clear, and the car moves forward. So I'm really, really, really happy so far with it moving through these turns. Now, I know there's probably a lot of like, well, there's no traffic, but that's the good thing, is because one of my frustrations was when there's no cars or when it's clear to go, that Tesla would still hesitate forever. I understand a little bit of hesitation. It needs to check and be sure nobody's there, but then it would just wait and wait and wait and then start to go and stop. I haven't seen that, I don't think, once so far tonight, so that's been really nice. All right, so canceled our destination, put in this post office over here. We'll see. So the car reroutes, no problem at all. Really good. So unless something interesting happens, I'm just going to fast forward through all this so I really want to try some left turns. Man, are there any traffic lights around here? This is not what I expected. I thought there'd be a little more. All right, let me find something here. All right, here we go. I do not know how much of what I filmed so far that I skipped because I went to the wrong part of Milford, and it was just all like one-lane roads and dirt roads, and like nobody was there. There were no traffic lights, but I'll keep some of it in. But here we go. So this is exactly what I want. We should move into the intersection to turn. And so we're going to stop at this red light. We're going to get right of way. So the car's not going to go on that red, but it's green, so now we should be going, and it doesn't even move. Okay, so we missed the whole light. But I let it do that because I want to try again when it's blinking red and see what it does. So I'm going to report it because that was dumb. But let's let it cycle through again. All right, so here we go. Blinking red. Should be moving up. It says use accelerator or gear stalk to continue. So if I click that, I mean, there's a car coming, so it won't go. But we are moving into the intersection just a little bit. And then preemptively kind of moves forward. It was a little too soon, but it was kind of trying to like preemptively move through the turn as they went by. So not bad, not terrible. I don't know why you're going 5 over. That's probably my fault. But yeah, so we need to do some more of those. Like this is where we got to try it at this spot right here. All right, so we got a couple lefts here. I don't know, that route looks strange, but stop sign, cross traffic doesn't stop. Creeping, there's nobody, and the car moves right through. So very nice. We're really moving kind of far towards the curb and then turning the wheel more, which I don't know, kind of weird, but I guess that's okay. And then we can do a red or a right on red here, unless it says no. So it says no, turn on red. Let's see if the car's gained that ability. Last time I've tried this, the car ignored that sign and tried to go, but hey, it's green. I would assume it still is not reading that sign, but it's not fair because maybe they added that ability and just didn't say anything. Okay, so now we're going to turn left at this light. All right, this is going to be perfect. It's going to turn green. We're going to have to wait for the people in front of us, but we should move into the intersection. Like, yes, this is it. Move into the intersection. Now don't turn your wheel or anything. Okay, well, I don't like the wheel turning. And then we go. Okay, pretty good. So we could have moved a little more into the intersection, but hey, for the first update that's doing it, I'll take it. So that was more natural, not a ton more natural, but more natural. And then as the gap was there, then, see, I don't know what it's doing with this route. As the gap was there, it was then able to move through. And I'm sure that's going to help it with, as it moves into the intersection, it can then see kind of more of what's going on because it'll have a better vantage point. So I'm just letting it do this weird route. So is it going to do a U-turn? That would be cool. I mean, there's no way it can do it from this angle. Nope. It's going to turn onto this street. All right. Probably reroute. I'll take it. Let's let it do this reroute. We'll do an A to B and we'll call it. All right, we stop. We go down to 2 miles an hour. So almost stop. Checking visibility. That's a perfectly appropriate amount of time. Versions before this, even 10.8 was doing it, where it's like creeping and creeping and creeping. It's like, come on, let's go. Like, as of right now, I'm saying they nailed that now. That is nailed. Like, there's no cars there. It goes. I think every turn so far has been perfect. All right, I don't actually want to turn in there. Let's go to this car wash and, I mean, not use it, but let's just navigate there. 3 minutes away, couple turns, see how it does, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. But so far, I mean, we have a couple of goofy things here, but wow, the smoothness is nailed down and turns and all that. Like this turn, all right, now you stop in the middle of the turn when I'm praising you. So I'll report that one. That was like the first bad turn, I think, of this whole drive. Which is, saying something because we'd have a lot of turns before it would just take forever to get through the turn. So slowing down a bit here, I think for these parked cars, totally fine. I don't mind that at all. It's a kind of a narrow street. We can go slow. Approaching the stop sign, we'll see. I'm on an average setting. I don't know if I put that somewhere. Down to 3 miles an hour. Nobody to our left. Car is going to check that out, double check, and then move through. Cool. Really good. I mean, that was like the most hesitant turn at a stop sign yet. And that really was not bad, especially compared to some of the older versions. So going around this bend, I'm sure we'll get a turn signal. Pretty common for the car to put a turn signal on. So we're good. Slowing down a little too much. All right, I'm going to tap the accelerator. All right, I just gave it a tap. I don't know if it was going to try to wait for that car to our right or something. But yeah, the car seems to treat those like 90-degree bends in the road as like some type of intersection. All right, so I did do this intersection before. I probably will leave that in the video because this part at least is a light. And the right turn before was really good. So creeping, checking, and moving forward. So again, that's a totally appropriate amount of time to just kind of be checking and then moving forward. This acceleration's a bit slow, not a big deal. The speed limit is 25, so we don't need to be going that fast. Oh, this is it, we're here. So that's probably part of it. And then let me put in one more. All right, so putting in this last destination, just heading home. We gotta take this turn so we can see how it does with this left turn, which would be very nice. So nicely moving into the intersection, perfect speed and timing and everything. Unfortunately, no cars to yield to. Whoa, a little weird with the steering wheel there. But besides that, a nice left turn. So weirdness with the steering wheel, a little hesitant, but overall not terrible. The turning was nice. The steering wheel was kind of awkward. All right, so a couple more turns here. We have this left turn at a stop sign. I don't think cross traffic stops. Let's see. Can't even read that, it's too dark. I think it says cross traffic does not stop. Of course, there is no cross traffic. The car is going to stop. Now it's creeping. There's nobody on either side. Still creeping, and boom, there we go. So it seems like we really got rid of that whole, what we can do here. This is wrong. There you go. Nice fix. A little late. Reported. It seems like we really got rid of that, like creeping all the way into the intersection. It's like the car realizes, all right, we're still creeping and I'm in the road. It's time to go, which was kind of one of my biggest complaints lately. And that was really good. So blinking yellows were working really well in 1.8. Oh, well, we have a right turn. So we'll see how it does. I mean, it still could do this like stupidly. Yeah, a little slow. We don't really need to stop there, but it doesn't hurt anybody. Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. I mean, the turning was really nice, just kind of awkwardly slow. But yeah, so it seems like we're stopping that creeping like in the middle of the road, which is awesome, because that was so annoying and and just really frustrating and kind of ruined a lot of the drives. So we still had some mistakes on here. Again, I don't expect to see no mistakes for a really long time, but man, overall smoothness is vastly improved. I had a couple little, while I wasn't recording on the way out there, little kind of breaks, which maybe you'll see here while I'm talking, but like I don't even know if it dropped at like 1 mile per hour. It was that kind of fast, where you just felt this little like, you know, tap of the brake, and then it continued to go. So still rather not have that at all, but really not that bad. And the turning, I can't talk enough about that. That is hugely improved. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back out tomorrow in the daylight, you know, that we just got this update. And it's good to go get my video out as soon as I can and test it out and everything. But I want to do daytime because the car usually does a little bit better. And it's easier for you to kind of see everything, and I'll get the 360 cam on the roof and stuff. So that'll be fun. And then the other thing is map updates are coming. I think some people have actually received them, but I checked. I don't have any map updates yet. I think that will also vastly improve the experience. But yeah, overall, nice update. I'm heading towards the highway. Maybe I'll leave it on so you can see the highway entrance and stuff. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and you will see me in the next video.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along.
That was my bad. I just tried to put some pressure on the wheel so it wouldn't nag me, and I disengaged it.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along.